Today is December 27th, 2022, and we are talking about the Sony WH-CH510 wireless Bluetooth headphones. These bad boys right here. And these actually sound a lot better than I expected them to sound. I actually bought these back in 2021. November of 2021, and I bought them for my girlfriend, and it was meant to be a Christmas present because she wanted some Bluetooth headphones, but she also wanted Bluetooth headphones that had the plug in them so that she could plug them in, wire them into her computer. These don't have it. In fact, that's one of the things about these that is sort of the drawback, is they're strictly Bluetooth. There's no wired connection at all. However, I did come across some JBLs that I found a little while after buying these, and I bought these, what I thought was on sale for $39.99 at the time. You can get them now for the same price. In fact, I saw them on Amazon right now for $38, so you can actually get them a little bit cheaper than what I paid a little over a year ago. But I found her some JBLs, and the JBLs actually they were a little bit bigger, they had noise cancellation, and they had the wire that you could plug in. So I got those for her, but they were white. I got those for her, and I wrapped those ones up, thinking, well, she might like those better because it's got kind of everything to it. And I gave those to her. But I kept these. But I didn't actually get around to opening these until April 1st of this year, 2022. I grew up using Sony headphones, similar to this, but wired, back in the 1990s. I couldn't tell you what model number they were. I just don't remember. I didn't pay much attention to that kind of stuff back then, but I remember having bought 2 or 3 pair over the course of maybe a decade or so. And I used them and I liked them a lot. And that's the thing, is these sort of remind me of the modern Bluetooth wireless version of the old wired Sony headphones, and they probably are meant to fill that spot in the Sony lineup to some degree. You know, had these been around in the 90s, had Bluetooth been around in the 90s, these probably would have been the headphones I was buying and using back then rather than the other Sony wired headphones that I was using back then. But these sound better than I remember those old ones sounding. Now these, they have a USB connection on them, USB-C. For charging, and they go about 35 hours. That's the specification. I haven't actually noticed. It's really difficult for me to discern that because I don't wear them for 35 hours straight. I kind of go on and off, you know, here or there with them. And I switch between these and my other headphones as well. So it's hard to tell just how long they actually last, because at some point it tells me the battery's low, and I plug them in and I charge them and I switch to one of my other Bluetooth headsets. So it's difficult for me to know that. But what I can say about these is that they're cheaper feeling. I could immediately tell that getting them out of the box, that they felt cheap because they're all plastic. But that doesn't mean the build quality is necessarily bad on them. On the other hand, they sound, like I said, better than I expected, and I'm sure they'll probably hold up pretty well. I've been using them now for, 9 months, 8 months, something like that. So 9 months actually, because April 1st, so it would be 9 months because we're at the end of December now. So yeah, and but I'm not out in the streets with them or anything all the time, and I do switch between other headphones, so it's hard to tell how well they hold up for me. But in the house and things, which is where I mostly use them, they've held up pretty well. And they're lightweight because they are all plastic, so that's nice. They can feel a little uncomfortable if you don't like things pressing on your ears, and sometimes they feel that way to me, but other times I don't even notice them, especially if I've been wearing them for a while. Sometimes I just forget. Like, you get so used to them, you don't even notice them anymore. Like I said, good sound quality, better than I expected considering the sort of, you can hear the sort of build quality of them and stuff, and the all plastic feel, and the price especially. So that was again, kind of a shocker, and I was pretty happy with that. And I've been wearing them back and forth, and with my Bose, and a lot of times I can tell the difference, but a lot of times it's not that big of a deal to me. Like I don't feel like I'm unsatisfied listening to these versus listening to those if I have to switch sources because the battery died on those or something. The other thing is we talk about my turntable in another video, my Audio-Technica turntable, and how it has Bluetooth on it, and how that's a feature that I've come to really like about it. Well, the thing about it is with my Bose, sometimes my Bose don't get loud enough connected to that. Some of the vinyl is mastered a little bit lower, and it just doesn't, because there's no other amplification going, just what's going on in the headphones, they don't get loud enough. When it comes to these have a little bit more volume than my Bose actually have. And so when hooked up to my turntable, they actually kind of work out a little bit better because I can pump them up a little bit more. And especially if it's, you know, music that you're really getting into or whatever, and you want to turn the volume up, and you get a little frustrated with the Bose because it's like, it doesn't go up any higher. Whereas with these it does. So that's another bonus, and that alone, in my personal opinion, is a good enough reason for me to have kept these. But I've used these for a variety of things. Surprisingly, I wasn't sure I was going to, since I already had headphones. I was like, do I really need another pair of, you know, bigger headphones like these? But yeah, I've actually found some use for them, and over the last 9 months I've been rotating them back and forth with my Bose along with my other Bluetooth earbuds that I've recently got and things like that. And so that's that. There's not much else to say about these headphones other than they just work for me and have been working for me. So yeah, I think that they're, if what you've got is $38, $40 to spend on headphones, I don't think you can go wrong with these. I think that these are, or if you want to buy a decent pair of headphones for somebody that doesn't care that much, but, you know, wants a pair of Bluetooth headphones, you know, something in this style, I think that that's a great choice. They also make them in white and navy blue, but good luck finding them for, you know, anywhere under $100 or whatever. So you're pretty much better off just going with the black at 38, 40 bucks. But they do exist out there in a navy blue and white, and I figured I'd tell you about that as well. But I don't think it's worth it at that price. Other than that, I just wanted to touch on one more thing. And the reason I'm doing a headphone video right now and reviewing these, despite the fact that I actually opened them, you know, 9 months ago, is the fact that I realized that this year for me has been very much an audio-video year. I mean, a year of making videos of audio equipment. The Ode to the CD video, the Ode to the mini disc video, as well as my JVC earbud video that I made a couple of months ago. And so I thought that was kind of interesting. And so I figured I'd do a video about these headphones, and then I figured maybe I would also finish out the year with an update on vinyl and my turntable, because I realized that back in September of 2021 I made the video about the turntable and never updated anybody to basically tell people, hey, I decided to keep it, and you know, I love it. So I'm going to make a video about that, sort of an updated version about that coming up sort of before the end of the year, hopefully. And then next year I'm going to get into doing some video formats. We're going to dive into VHS and DVD and Blu-ray and so on, and I'm going to make that a year of videos about video formats. Which isn't to say I won't do any audio videos or other types of videos either, but I want to at least make that sort of the theme, whereas this year has been, I guess, more of an audio theme, looking back on it. So, yeah, I'm finishing out the year, sort of loading the back end of the year here, the last few days of the year, with a couple additional audio videos. I just thought that this was a good one to do, because I recorded some unboxing B-roll when I actually unboxed them back in April, and I never ended up doing anything with it. And I was like, these have been great headphones. I might as well make a video about them and finish out the year with a couple more audio-based videos, and then start the new 2023 with some video format videos. I want to thank you for watching my videos. I really do appreciate everybody who watches, everybody who comments, all that stuff. I make these videos pretty much just for fun. I enjoy talking about this stuff. As I always say, it's like cheap therapy to just talk about stuff I like. And it's just fun to share this kind of stuff. All right, everybody, thank you so much.